Ukraine was responsible for a daring helicopter attack on Russian soil that blew up a fuel depot. That's new tonight from a senior U.S. defense official. One Ukrainian military official did deny that Ukraine carried out the surprise airstrike that you see here across the border. But another official's response was more ambiguous. At any rate, these are eyewitness videos of the alleged attack. If true, it would be Ukraine's boldest and most stunning counterattack yet. You saw there the two low-flying choppers unleashing a barrage on the depot, and then they swooped away before dawn. The Russians immediately blamed the Ukrainians. Of course, that raised questions of whether Russia was lying again. Here's a map of the area where this went down. The fuel depot is in the Russian city of Belgorod, about 20 miles or so from the Ukrainian border. It's not far from Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. We've seen some of the fighting of the war there. And this is video of the fiery aftermath. The Kremlin says the strike could hurt ongoing peace talks with Ukraine. Russia's already struggling to keep its tanks and vehicles fueled. But British intelligence assesses this could add even more strain to Russia's military logistics problems. Meantime, Ukrainian forces say they continue to recapture territory and liberate towns from the Russian invaders, including this suburb of Kyiv. You can see all of the destroyed Russian tanks and armored vehicles charred and wrecked in the streets. Ukrainian officials say thousands of trapped civilians were able to safely evacuate from the devastated city of Mariupol today. But the Red Cross reports one of its evacuation convoys was forced to turn back before it reached the city, and that they'll try again tomorrow. Michael Weiss now, investigative journalist who focuses on Russia. He covered the wars in Iraq and Syria. Michael, thanks for joining us again tonight. Ukrainians gaining more ground, and now we're told hitting Russia in Russia.
Absolutely. They are pressing a counteroffensive east and west of Kyiv. I've seen credible reports that they might have liberated dozens of towns and settlements, Irpin being one of them. This is one of the first areas outside of Kyiv, the capital city, that fell to Russian soldiers at the onset of the war. They have recaptured Hostomel Airport, where the VDV paratroopers famously tried to create an air bridge to allow the Russians to come in via helicopter and transport plane to engage in their now completely collapsed blitzkrieg to decapitate the government in Kyiv. Yeah, I mean, they are actually pushing the Russians back out of the country. And I've seen some videos and images of absolute devastation. Dead Russian soldiers. I can't even share this on social media. It's pretty gruesome. And also, frankly, I've also seen videos and images of civilian fatalities, just ordinary innocent people dead by the side of the road in areas, suburbs, and villages where the Russians have withdrawn. So it shows just an indiscriminate non-concern for human life.
Yeah, brutal and horrific, Michael. And even with these victories, the Pentagon warned Russia's not going anywhere, just repositioning. What are your intelligence sources indicating?
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. I mean, the fear is that they're withdrawing and they might actually come back and launch another assault on Kyiv. But the greater concern, at least according to the Ukrainian officials I'm talking to, is that they're essentially just redeploying their forces east to Donbass. So Putin has realized now belatedly, and again at the immense loss of human life, that his strategic objective of regime change has failed. And so he's looking to consolidate what he can in the occupied territories of Donbass, but also create a so-called land bridge that might connect the occupied peninsula of Crimea to Russian Federation territory. But even there, Shepard, I've been talking to military experts and analysts who just look at the complete attrition on the part of the Russian military forces, the losses of manpower, firepower. I mean, we're talking over 2,000 pieces of equipment either destroyed, damaged, abandoned, or captured by the Ukrainians. There's a lot of skepticism that Putin can even achieve his new rejiggered strategic objectives of consolidating terrain in East Ukraine, because the Ukrainians, of course, are also going to redeploy their forces once the pressure is relieved in Kyiv, which evidently it has been in the last 48 hours. So they're going to press the fight also to the east.
Well, it appears they are having a number of successes. Michael Weiss, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.